my name's Lisa Ganaway. I am currently studying postgraduate psychology at the University of Auckland. I'm here today because I want to find out what it's like to work as a psychologist with the Department of Corrections.
Lisa is at Rehabilitation and Reintegration Services in Hamilton, a community-based psychology treatment unit, to meet psychologist Jessica Borg.
Hi Lisa, welcome. I'm Jessica.
Psychologists in the Department of Corrections give psychological treatment to offenders in the community and in prison.
So we'll be meeting Mark today, who's been released from prison for 2 years. We've received a referral from probation services, and we want to know how he's doing in the community and how best we can support him during his parole.
Sounds interesting. Like, how do you determine who does and does not get assessed?
We tend to see the higher risk offenders, both violent offenders and sexual offenders. And what will happen is that they'll be assessed by a psychologist, and we will determine what their risk of reoffending is, as well as what treatment programs are best suited for them.
Lisa is about to use her existing psychology training in the meeting with Mark.
What's sort of the best way to start talking to him?
Well, Mark's worked with me before, so he does know me, so that's helpful. The best thing to do is to listen attentively to what he has to say. It is about not telling the person what they want to do or what they should be doing, but eliciting from him what he's thinking and getting him to self-reflect on his behaviour.
Okay.
Yeah.
Psychologists base their treatment on psychological theory and use the offenders' or prisoners' day-to-day experiences to help them learn skills, change their behaviour and reduce the likelihood of offending.
Hi there. Nice to meet you, Mark.
Hi Mark, good to see you again.
So, if it's okay with you, today I'm going to be the one that's talking with you.
Psychologists are the kings of communication and skilled at building trust. So the first thing Lisa needs to do is get Mark talking about his offence.
What happened at the bar the night that you were arrested and sent to prison?
Yeah, no, I can. There's a guy off to the left of me, far corner of the bar, and he's looking at me across the bar.
Psychologists will get the offender to revisit the moments that triggered their negative behaviour.
Give me the look, you know, trying to take me on.
By understanding those triggers, the offenders can learn how to safely deal with them in the future so they don't re-offend.
Yeah, no, he wants it. He's going to get it. And I thought, yeah, I'm going to break your nose. I'm going to spread your nose all over your face. So I did. And he stopped moving, and I turned around to face the rest of the bar, expecting to see everyone be like, yeah, you showed him, but they didn't.
And after that, you were arrested and convicted, and you went to prison.
Yep.
And you were assessed by a psychologist, and they recommended that you undergo some treatment.
Because this meeting is an assessment of risk, Lisa asks about Mark's previous treatment to see if his rehabilitation is working.
There's one thing for sure, and it's one thing that Tom told me. He says, violence is never okay. Simple. Simple, that's it. VNOC, he called it. Violence is never okay. And I never thought about it like that, you know. I sort of took that away, and straight away it clicked with me. I was like, yeah, no, it's not okay.
A psychologist's skill is in their ability to motivate people to change by their own choice.
Now, having come out, you know, I don't drink, I don't touch the alcohol, I don't touch drugs. Plus, you know, I've got a job. You know, pretty much from the day I got out, I started working, so that was good.
Mark is making progress, just one of the rewards of being a psychologist.
It's important that we don't view the person as they're offending. We view the individual that we're working with as a whole, and try and look at also the strengths that they come in with. And ultimately, that's why I love my job, because we believe that people can change. We believe that people could have a better future. And of course, our work can prevent victims in the future, and that's why I'm in this job.
Psychologists may refer people like Mark to program facilitators like Natalie Cliff for further treatment.
Hey Lisa, I'm Natalie.
Nice to meet you.
Okay, let's go.
Natalie works with groups of offenders in prisons and in the community who have been ordered to take therapy sessions as part of their rehabilitation and reintegration into society.
Good. This is Lisa.
Hi.
Lisa?
Nice to meet you.
Good luck.
Kia ora.
Today, Lisa is helping out with a group session on violent behaviour, and one of the first things they do is find out how the offenders are feeling.
Paul, how are you doing today?
Yeah, good, yeah.
Good today?
Yeah, not too bad.
What does good mean for you?
Oh, it's good. Good is good.
Because it's frustrating not being able to express your emotions, Natalie gets the offenders to use an emotional scale, which helps them become more emotionally literate.
A little bit stressed out, had a bit of an argument last night with the missus, but
This exercise makes discussion easier for everybody in the group.
I took some time out and went down to mate's place. He's got a pool table, had a couple of beers, and
The program facilitator's job is to guide an open discussion amongst the group.
I liked how you said, bro, you left the house and went down.
yeah, just chill out with the
Yeah,
mates.
yeah, I like that, man. I think I might try
Beers and
that.
smoke.
So it's not about us telling them what to do, but it's about giving them some ideas and helping them to find what's best going to work for them. And I was wondering how you think that might fit in with what you guys are talking about at the moment.
The aim is to get the offenders to challenge each other, getting into some uncomfortable territory about their problematic behaviour. This challenge ultimately helps with change.
Wow, that was amazing. So how do you know that it's working?
Well, sometimes we hear back from whānau or from their probation officers, but we also see it happening in the room. So they might talk about an experience that previously they wouldn't have handled very well, and then they come back a few weeks later and talk about how they've been able to manage it. And, you know, those are the light bulb moments. Like, that's what makes this job.
Because every group is different, program facilitators will reflect on the session to analyse each offender's progress and risk of reoffending.
So I could see from Phil's body language that there was something not right, and I was concerned that his emotional thermometer was rising. So that's why we stopped the conversation and moved to talk with him.
To use the bloody car, didn't put any gas in. I went out this morning, no gas in the car, so I went inside and I told her that she was a stupid bloody...
So we encourage the guys to talk with each other and challenge each other in a pro-social way, because it's a lot better hearing from each other than it is from us, and that's why we have a group therapy process.
I was left stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Get over it, man. You know, we've talked about these things in the group.
So you just sit in the car and you think, oh, I'll just get over it, you know?
Program facilitators encourage debate in order to explore issues and allow the offenders to come up with better ways of dealing with difficult situations or emotions. Program facilitators guide the discussion using their knowledge and make sure that the group is engaging meaningfully with the issues.
Because that's what ultimately promotes change and gets the guys to really question about what they're thinking, what they're feeling, ideas that they've held on to. So it's managing it so it doesn't escalate, but it's totally okay. And when there's conflict in the room, we know that some buttons are being pushed, and that means that there's some change happening.
This group is more than halfway through its 13-week course, so the offenders are able to confront their problems.
Still get really angry really quickly, you know?
And Natalie has motivated them to change.
And I want to sort that.
Like all careers with the Department of Corrections, there are challenges working with offenders, but the reward is knowing that you are reducing reoffending in the community.
So the personal rewards of this job is getting to see people change, and it happens before your eyes. You get to know a participant right at the beginning, and then you're with them for 13 weeks, and you can see their changes, and you've seen the things that they've dealt with, and had the challenges they've hit along the way, and you get to see the light bulb moments, and those are the things that you hold on to, and that, yeah, it's awesome.
These kinds of jobs and this kind of work is why I'm studying psychology, and this is why I'm striving towards working in the Department of Corrections.
Program facilitators come from a diverse background and are expected to have a bachelor's degree in psychology or social sciences. Knowledge and experience of te reo and protocols of Māori and Pacific people is useful. You will also need a full driver licence. On application, you need to declare any criminal convictions, and offences may affect your selection. To be a psychologist, useful school subjects include English and Maths, and a tertiary entrance qualification will be needed. You will need a minimum of a master's degree in psychology with further qualifications in clinical or forensic psychology, and be registered with the New Zealand Psychologist Board. The degree will take 3 years to complete and a further 3 years for a postgraduate master's degree. On application, you need to declare any criminal convictions and offences may affect your selection. Having a full driver licence will be useful.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.